Alright, hey everyone. Okay, so this is something which I've never done before, and I probably should think of a better name for it other than Channel Updates number 1. And it's weird because I've been running this channel now for well over 10 years, and I've never ever done a channel update video before. Probably because I've never really seen the need for me to do one. But anyway, here we go, a channel update video. Why am I doing this? Well, I know that some of you guys who listen to my stuff and watch my stuff have been around for a long time now. I've had a few comments recently from people that have been subscribed to me for as far back as 2009, and that is crazy for me to think of. That's just crazy. When I look at what the date is now, and it really does put a smile on my face. Yeah, I think it's awesome. But anyway, like I say, so I've got people that have been here for a very long time now and have been sort of watching my stuff. They kind of know what I'm about, and lately the channel has been undergoing some changes, so I figure I would talk about those. Okay, so the first big thing which you've probably all noticed is, wow, what's with all these video editorials and histories? What's going on with that? Well, I've always been really interested in history around various video games. Not necessarily about video games themselves, but kind of like the stuff that, if you imagine say, this is going to be a bad example, but I can't really think how else to describe it. If you imagine a solar system, and a video game is a planet in that solar system, and the planet might be orbited by a moon, satellites, whatever. The video game is the planet, and like everything else that orbits it is kind of like all this cool stuff which is to do with it, but isn't the video game. That stuff is really interesting, and I kind of like looking at that stuff because you can, as I call it, go pretty deep down the rabbit hole and find some really crazy things, which I think you've probably seen if you watched my mascot costume video for definite, because I was amazed at some of the stuff I found in that one. So there's going to be a lot more of those because I think they're really interesting, and the response from them so far has been incredible. I've been blown away at the number of people that have been really interested in that stuff. So that's going to be happening, and I find it really interesting to talk about. And some of the things that people now have now found out and is now mainstream knowledge, kind of, some of that has come from those videos, and I'm just blown away by that, and I think that's really cool, and I want to sort of uncover more stuff like that, because I do think it's important to kind of be like, oh hey, remember this was awesome. Not necessarily a nostalgia thing, but something of, wow, look when they did this, how awesome was that, did anybody ever see this? You know, it's really cool to talk about, and it's really fun to look at. But I don't just want to do stuff like that. I want to talk about games in general. Now, recently I graduated quite highly in computer science at university, and this was my second degree that I got, and I did very well in it, and I did lots of video game related stuff in that, and I have in the past worked on some AAA video games, and I've made some video games myself, so I guess you could call them indie titles. And I've worked with a lot of people that have made games, made software, and I know quite a few people in the industry who are working on lots of AAA projects, but don't worry, I'm not going to be spilling anything or talking anything about those. So I kind of like to think that I do know better than average, at least, about the subject. So I want to talk more about games. I want to talk about how they're designed, why they make us feel the way they do, why some games work and why others don't, why some games that have a really elaborate story sometimes just completely collapse because people don't believe it or whatever, whereas something that's a really simple story can do really well and people really resonate with it. Like artificial intelligence in games, because that's a really big thing that a lot of people are talking about right now, but I think a lot of people have got the wrong idea of it. Like how games are made and designed, like why some games work and why others don't, but they're still considered critical hits or misses, whatever. I just want to talk about games more. Like, I just want to talk about games, not necessarily just Sega and Sonic stuff. Whilst I'm really interested in that because they're kind of like my favorite genres and favorite developer, I play lots of other stuff. Like, I recently finished playing God of War. What game am I playing now? I've been playing a bit of Resident Evil 7 lately. I want to get Resident Evil 2 as well. And I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 lately as well. You know, I play lots of other games, hundreds of games in fact, and I really, really want to talk about them on a technical design and presentation level. And I think I don't necessarily know if I will be the most original thing, like, oh wow, look at this revelation, nobody's ever thought of that before, but I want to try and at least present it in a way which is very understandable and that will be also entertaining to people. So I'm going to be branching out. If you've kind of been here for the Sega and the Sonic party, that party is still going on, but we're going to have some separate rooms opening up, and there's going to be some other, hey, join the party in there. Like, there's a video which I'm currently writing the script for now. Yeah, I'm actually writing scripts for my videos. I've never done that before. Yeah, I'm writing a script for a video now, which is going to be on the video game Prey, which came out, I think it was about 2 years ago. I've played that at the end of last year, and I was blown away by it. I thought it was really good. But the thing that I kind of want to talk about that is how a lot of people look at Prey and think, oh, this is a first-person shooter. No, it's not really. It's more a puzzle game, and I don't think a lot of people realise that they're playing a puzzle game when they do. And the developers in that game do something really, really awesome with it. The game invites you to come up with your own creative solutions based off your own real-world experience. And you can do that, and you can apply that in the game. And it will reward you for doing it, but not in a way which means, oh, you're exploiting a glitch, or you're deliberately breaking the game. Yeah, we're going to be talking about stuff like that as well. I'll be picking games that I'm quite familiar with, or ones which I've recently played. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 lately. I really enjoyed the game, but there is something in it which kind of bugs me, and I've noticed it in a lot of other games as well, so I might do a video on that. But anyway, that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm sort of thinking about. Will I still do unboxings, product reviews, and stuff like that? Oh, God, yes. Yes, definitely. That is still going to be happening, no question about that. Now, in terms of will I do amazing unboxings of the latest video games and the latest releases? Probably. The issue with that is, like, okay, here's an example. I really wanted to get Fallout 4 on release. I didn't want to get Fallout 76. I kind of saw that coming a mile off. But Fallout 4 had a really awesome collector's edition, which came with an actual Pip-Boy, and I thought that looked so cool and awesome, and I really wanted it. But it cost a lot of money, and it was huge, and I thought, I can't really justify that. I can't justify the price, and I can't justify the amount of space it's taking up, so I decided not to get it. And I think that was the right decision for me. I managed to get Fallout 4 a couple of months later for a fraction of the price, plus all the DLC, so I was really happy with that. But there was a time where I was buying literally every single collector's and limited edition under the sun, and it's really shown with the amount of free space I have at the moment. I'm trying to actually get rid of a lot of them because they're just taking up so much space, and I just don't really do anything with them. Like 90% of my collector's editions are just boxed up and in storage because they're cool initially, but the novelty wears off very quickly. And a lot of collector's editions these days are shockingly expensive. They're so expensive. And they are often massive things that are either full of really, really cheaply made stuff, because I've noticed the quality in a lot of collector's editions has really gone down in recent years. And sometimes the amount of packaging that's in them is enormous and it takes up so much space. So that kind of stuff isn't going to happen as often as it used to. But in terms of me buying like really cool figures that I like, or pin badges that I really like and I still collect a lot, and other merchandise, oh yes, that's still going to be happening. In fact, there's likely going to be an unboxing going up this week on the Boomate Sonic figures. It will either go up before this video or just after it, depending on when I get around to getting this uploaded. Now, another thing that I should probably talk about, which again has kind of impacted my ability to buy the latest games instantly, is my health issues at the moment, which has greatly impacted the amount of disposable income I have. So that's why I've kind of been opening up the Coffee or Ko-fi donations. These are very, very welcome. I've had a few people donate stuff to me, and I was blown away with your generosity. It really lifted up my mood and made me forget about some of the issues I have right now. And it was really good. It was just awesome to see that some people had been... like one person said it was one person has said oh, I've been watching your content for years now. I figured I would give you this as a small thank you for all the entertaining content, and I was so blown away by that. And another person was like, oh wow, I've never watched your stuff before, but that video you uploaded on the Alton Towers stuff was amazing. Please take this, buy yourself a coffee. It was awesome. That really made my day as well. And just some other people have also said, oh, I really like your stuff, here you go. That is amazing, and I thank people so much when they do that. And the best way I can thank them at the moment is to basically put their name in the credits at the end of my video. And unless I get to the point where I get hundreds of people donating stuff, but I kind of live in the real world, I don't think that's going to happen. People that donate stuff at the moment, they're just going to get put at the end of the videos for all eternity at the moment, just because, yeah, why not? It's the best thing I can do. So yeah, that's a big boost to my mood at the moment. I'm not going to go too much into my health problems. I kind of spoke about it a little bit in the Tails analysis video, but yeah, it's a bit more deeper than that, so maybe one day I'll talk about that more, but not now. Okay, I've had one or two people over the last few months say, do you have a Patreon? I want to donate to you. I don't have a Patreon at the moment, and there's a reason for that. There's a few reasons. The first reason is I'm not entirely sure what I would do with a Patreon. The way I understand a Patreon works is it's kind of people pledge so much money to you per month, and that's really cool. That's really awesome. The problem is I kind of feel like I should also be able to give something back if someone's doing that. Not necessarily just videos, but also, like, I know that some people say, oh, donate so much and I will send you this drawing, or I will make you this thing and send you that. That I could do, because I do, like, make some little things, which I suppose I could give people as rewards, but I think as well, I want to get more editorials and documentary type videos up actually on my site first before I open a Patreon, because I think that if I'm going to say, oh, hey, why don't you can now donate to me on Patreon, there should be more substantial content there to sort of justify that for me, at least. And that as well, and it takes a bit of pressure off from people that are donating a lot of money. But like I said, I'm kind of looking into that. It might happen within the next 6 months, but I think I need to get a lot more decent content uploaded first. Coffee donations, yes, I do accept those. I greatly accept them. They go a long way. Why am I doing that instead of a Patreon? Aside from the fact it's a lot easier to set up, a coffee donation, if you don't know, it's literally you click a button, log into PayPal, and just donate. I think it's $3, and it's a one-off thing. Like, you can increase it if you like, but it's a one-off thing, so I like that more, because it takes a lot of pressure off people that are like, well, it takes pressure off me from trying to get content out every month, all the time, every week, all the time, if that makes sense, but it also takes a bit of pressure off people as well that are actually donating, I think. At least that's the impression I get. So yeah, coffee donations, gladly accepted. The link is in the description if you want to donate something, but you don't have to. This is kind of the awkward section of the video, I think. Somebody suggested, why don't you have a Discord server? Maybe? I've never really thought about having a Discord server, and the reason being is I'm not entirely sure what I do with it. Pass on that one. Maybe if I get a lot more popular. Yeah, that's my weak shy laugh, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Discord. Maybe I will open a Discord server, I really don't know. For now, probably not, just because I don't really know what I would do with it and whether I could be bothered to manage it or not. However, that said, I am on Twitter, I am on Instagram, the links to both are in the video description. You can follow me on both of those things. I post a lot of stuff to both of them, mostly Twitter over Instagram. And a lot of stuff that I do post on there, I don't actually transfer it to YouTube because it just wouldn't really fit on my channel. I don't think. But yeah, you can follow me on there, and you can say hello to me on there, and I'll probably say hello back. So yeah, please do that as well if you want to continue the adventures, as I call it. Okay, so I've talked for a while now. I'm not sure how long I've talked for, actually. Oh, good gracious, 20 minutes. That was a lot longer than I thought it would be. I'll blame Prey for that. But yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, yes, why have I been changing my channel name so much? Basically, I didn't like my original channel name. I've had it for 10 plus years, but I don't really like it. I just didn't like it. It didn't really fit well with what I was doing. The other name that I changed it to is the name of my, I guess you could call it CV website that I had up and running as well, but thanks to a certain movie which came out, it just, anytime I tried to search for my channel, it was just redirecting me to a movie, so it was like, no. But I like the name that I've got now, and I think I'm going to keep with that, because yeah, it kind of talks about what I'm interested in, like what I really enjoy. But also I think it kind of just fit with the whole where I want to take this channel, like talking about games and how they're built and how they're maintained, and you know, stuff like that, like the creation of games and things. So yeah, that's probably going to stick around. Okay, guys, I think that's all I've got to say. Yeah, this was just literally a channel update video. It went on for a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah, thanks for listening if you're still here. Please, I'm guessing if you are still listening, you probably already are subscribed, but make sure you are subscribed anyway and click the little bell button. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links to both are in the video description. And if you do want to donate to my medicine fund, let's call it that, or donate something so I can buy a treat for the kitties, because they are still, oh yeah, my cats are doing great. They're settling in well, but they're not interested in jumping in front of the camera, so they're probably not going to be as active as old Freckle was. She was probably more the I want to be a cat star on the internet. They're more interested in I want to sleep on the couch. But no, they're settling in great. But yeah, if you want to donate something and say cat treats, it will go to cat treats for them, or medicine fund, or whatever. Or just, oh, I've liked your stuff, please use the coffee donations, and will be really, really accepted, and it really will make my day. Okay, I think that's enough begging for me for now. Thanks very much for listening or watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.